All right, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to the ALTTPR League channel here. We are right underway in this Week 7 Enemizer matchup between Where's My Meme Item and Smells Like Troll Seed. I am AmarithAlterna and joined on comms by Smirk JD. How are you tonight, Smirk?
Doing fantastic, and it is a pleasure to be coming with you today, Arya. And I'm already happy to see a shield in Link's house. This is gonna be great. I'm excited for this match.
Yeah, this is a very exciting matchup here, Week 7. In the Ganon's Tower division in particular, it is very crowded with a lot of teams with playoff hopes, as we do see on Nio's side, picking up a glove off of Uncle. Where's My Meme Item enters today at 8-4 with 24 points. They're currently tied for fourth in the division. Smells Like Troll Seed is 7-5 with 21 points. So both teams have very serious playoff aspirations.
I did not see the lumberjack item when
That looked to me like a piece of heart, but we have a lot of folks going in a lot of different directions and having to avoid a lot of different things,
yep,
such as ghosts and floating static balls and fire bars.
Oh my gosh, it's so scary having so. It feels to me like it's the ultimate troll to add boots to Enemizer. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't complain because they're still boots, but no sword, so you just dash face first into all these random monsters. That's helpful. A flute there in the drop down spot in Lost Woods. That
Yeah,
definitely helps.
that flute is a great find for both teams. Definitely a high priority thing. We see a save and quit from Nio after Hawke made that pickup, so it would not be surprising to see Nio head that direction as well. Again, obviously this is a co-op mode in addition to being Enemizer with boss shuffle. Ideally, you want to split up the labor as best you can, but as you noted, the flute is a great early item in terms of mobility.
Yeah, absolutely. And it gives Nio a chance here to do the back of escape, so hopefully won't see too much of the crazy enemies here. Oh gosh!
You
Ah!
got the thing is you
Just
got the
dash!
boots. You got the
Just
boots.
dash, Nio!
Yeah.
Ooh, mushroom in the back of the well.
That's definitely an item to find. Nio did find the small key there in the back of Escape, but no fire source, no weapons, no chance you're doing first boss there.
Yeah. And that is a dangerous place to do in the dark anyway, so... Oof.
Yeah,
Amarith
Marith
picking up
having a rough time in Eastern right now. Again, really understandable. Players have no weapons, and with this randomization of enemies, they can just run into a rough situation like a pack of red guards. And even this front here with the Octo Balloon and a couple enemies who just like to wander in front of the door can be tough.
Yeah, for sure. So as with Enemizer, we also have boss shuffle, right? And the way I understand it is you can get 3 duplicate bosses. So it's just a regular shuffle, I think, right? Like it's not. You can't have
Ye-
more than.
Yep, it is. I think like they call it simple boss shuffle or something like around those lines. There are 3 duplicates out there. We may or may not see any duplicates depending on how things line up. There are obviously restrictions on where certain bosses can appear and cannot appear.
Right. Um, but yeah, we'll be able to see a little bit once we get a map check from one of the runners.
Yeah, there were a
Oh, look at the
couple.
chicken house.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, oh look, it's all our friends. The chicken and the Power Rangers. They're all there.
The Power Rangers, I like that.
Yeah.
All right, I didn't see that Moon Pearl in the well there, so Zaruvyen's just too fast for me. But it doesn't look like Amarith got anything in Eastern, so Eastern's kind of a bust.
Yeah, I don't hate it if you're gonna rush Saha early again with those boots. Zaruvyen starting up in the CAC area. Amarith is doing some of the other checks. try to maximize what you can do in that space.
For sure, for sure.
And one positive, again, there's so much going on, it's hard to keep track of with 4 runners and 5,000 enemies, but it does look like this seed has been very generous in terms of money. So if there are ever like resource issues, being able to buy bombs, being able to get to Zora early are things that can definitely get done. So Zaruvyen's going to pick up this. Oh, wait. No, that's one of the meme items.
Wow, where's my meme item? He even walked over to it and punched it.
Wow.
Air punched it.
I don't know.
Isn't that Zaruvyen's like specific arrow? Like that's his arrow.
I thought so. I thought that was that was the arrow that he's very keen on.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, he does know where it is. No Chibato notes. He does know where it is though. So maybe that's just a thing. Maybe it's a knowledge thing and not necessarily. Oh, look, it's Lionel Central in Desert Palace.
Hey.
So Smirk, I need to ask, what is your favorite part about this mode, and why is it that you're not playing this week?
My favorite part about this mode is absolutely nothing. And I'm not playing it this week because my dear partners, league teammates, are acting as my bodyguards.
That's fair enough. But I mean, counterpoint is there's 3 Lionels in the front of Desert Palace, and when do you get to see that? There's also a bomber and 2 shield stealers hanging around.
Yeah, exactly. I lose my shields all the time in this mode, and I like shields, so no thank you. Go away, shield stealers. But as you were saying, it is really difficult, and the players are kind of going in like 4 different directions. So I wanted to throw an early shout out and thank you to our trackers today who are keeping us on our toes. Nochibato and Fury. Thank you guys so much for tracking for us and following there. But that was, what, a hammer in the dam?
If you say so. I was trying to watch Zaruvyen.
Oh my gosh!
Bomb everybody. Oh, good. At least he's not over the switch, though. I've had that happen.
Yeah, oh gosh.
And it's just like, alright, well, I'll be back here when I get a safety item. Nio's got to be careful to dance around that roller, but...
Even though 3 people have already gotten this item I just saw it now, Shinmuru's favorite item was on Bottle Vendor today. A nice $100 book.
Wow.
Sounds like college.
It does. Can you get a refund for what, like $20 at the end of the semester? End of the seed, sell it back to the bottle guy?
Yeah, sell it back.
It's only slightly used.
That should be a thing. You should be able to sell back things. Oh, can you imagine a rando where like it was like an economy game where, I don't know. Never mind. Let's not go there.
I feel like Cody has probably already created something like that in the avian art, and if not, it's coming soon.
It needs to. I will.
A system of bartering.
Okay, we're getting a map check in the Dark World here. Red Crystal, Thieves Town, and Pod, and pendants are Swamp and Ice Palace.
Right, and it is a pendant desert as well. So those are our 3 pendants. Definitely love to see pendant swamp in any mode when you
don't have an early hook shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting flashbacks to the match that I called earlier this week.
Oh, careful! Oh, mini Helmas are so mean.
Yeah, they are. Wow. You can get
them.
You can get them to kill themselves in that room, though.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they're.
Thank you, Nio, for showing me that. Oh, okay. There's a bottle there. Okay.
Marith has water walked up to the Zora area.
She's got the money for it, so this is our first Zora check, I think.
Yeah, you just gotta be really careful here to not get knocked out of this water walk state, because those octo balloons love to just. Oh my!
Oh, that was a close one. Oh
no! And it got it.
So close.
That guy of all guys.
Wow. Okay. Well, I was really excited to see what's on Zora. I suspect it's something amazing, like a mirror. But now, like, when do you go back? Like, you know?
Yeah, probably not for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hawk
I
has
mean,
made his way into Lagtown, USA, also known as Thieves Town, in Enemizer on Slow ROM.
hold on. Actually, lag is kind of nice on Enemizer, in my opinion. I'm actually now a little bit concerned about the state of Enemizer when Fast ROM is available. That's going to be so scary.
Uh, yeah, I guess it's a plus and a minus. You're
But
more likely to run headlong into things, but you're also you also get to avoid this,
yeah,
the world's slowest runaway from that
that
guy.
was that was pretty rude. But that was a sword that Hawke
Yeah,
got.
yeah, that I think that's the correct pronunciation.
I asked everybody before, and that is how he requested his name be pronounced. So
I mean, yeah, it, it's pretty good to stretch 5 letters to 3 or 4 syllables if you can do it. It's pretty skilled, I gotta say. Not everyone can pull that off.
all right, but he did go back in there for these last couple checks here. Um, I
Yeah,
say last couple. Do you think he's going to the back?
well, he's found. I did not see where they found a second item. Found the small key.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
got. Yeah, look at all this fun stuff.
Oh, why is this game? Why do people play this mode? This is brutal.
Because it's silly. You got the bird flying around doing stuff. You got
Oh my
10,000
god.
mimics. We do have Zaruvyen setting up a water walk too, so maybe he might give us that check that we didn't get to see on the
Just
merit
check
side.
the boss. Check the boss. Just go in
Yeah,
the door.
Hawk thinking twice. Going back. Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
there it is.
It's almost nice. He doesn't
You
have a
can
bow.
you can beat it.
You can
It's
very,
a
very, very, very
very challenging
slowly.
fight.
I would not be using hammer. It was,
Yeah, I think just death warp
yeah,
here.
that's. Oh my gosh.
This is fun. Watching watching
Watching other
people
people
suffer.
run into Lionels.
I don't mind.
That's,
Maybe I'm a little bit sadistic,
yeah,
but
that's. I was gonna say, like everyone here, we're all playing it. We're masochistic, but you're sadistic. So there we go.
it's true.
That's that.
Oh, Zaruvyen taking a
Zaruvyen.
hit there too.
Yeah, this.
We will never find out what's on Sora.
No, no. Amarith is gonna do the front of escape here.
Okay. Nochibato, our wonderful tracker, confirming that Nio made it to Zora and it was just a heart piece.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Should probably rush that.
Yeah.
Ooh,
A
hook
hook
shot.
shot.
Front of escape. Oh, there's some more things to do.
Absolutely. With that flute in hand and the hammer, you can make it all the way to Hera. The long way. That's why the all the way.
Yeah, what do you think is on a top Hera? Is it Vitreous or other
Oh
Vitreous?
gosh. Yeah, that's a brutal stage. Now it can't there's some things that it can't be on Hera, right?
Well, Trinex, I believe.
Okay.
Landmos, I don't think can be up there.
Oh gosh.
Could have
I'm
Helma
gonna
being
go.
a troll over the hole.
I'm gonna go with Wait, did you just say Lambo can't?
I believe Lamo can't because of the
Oh.
hole.
Oh,
Because of how
okay.
it spawns.
I think right
I
after
mean,
you said Lambo can't, I was gonna say Lambo.
ooh,
Oh,
nice mirror on Stumpy for
yeah.
Hawk.
So that's a good find. All right, let's go with Cold Stare on top of Hera.
That'd be pretty exciting right now with all the fire sources the players have.
Yeah.
You love to go the really long way to Hera, make your way up. Oh, what? It's fire source.
Spicy lamp. Well, not the Cold Stare fire source that we need,
I
but
mean, you should be able to do that.
yeah, I think so too. You
Just
could just be
slowly
able to
melt.
walk up there and melt the ice. Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe include like a contingency. You need a bottle or something. Just
Yeah,
slowly melt the shell.
yeah. I would totally do it, man. I would maybe like you can do it, but it's out of logic.
You got to keep that in mind for any
Yeah.
progression that you find on Out of Logic. Lamp killed
Lamp
Gold
gold
Stare.
stare. Oh my
Man.
gosh.
Yeah,
Okay,
those aggro red guards are no joke,
they are
and
not. And I will say this Enemizer has been pretty brutal.
it
Like,
has one thing that it's you play these seeds and then you realize pretty quickly the value of having a sword when you have these starting boots.
absolutely.
Because
And
Hawk, even with just that fighter sword, can do so much more aggressive dashing than everybody
absolutely.
else. And Hawk did pull a bow from Hype Cave. Merrick's
And
gonna give Hype Cave another shot. This guy needs to go. Get rid of him,
and
Merrick. There you go. That guy was the
importantly,
problem.
Blue Mail was also in there. So with only 5 hearts, like that mail goes a long way.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. This mode really magnifies the importance of safety items. Anything, quite frankly, within like normal reach is usually worth getting, especially early in the seed.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You're just saving yourself so much time loss from potential deaths and tricky situations just by having those extra early safeties.
And powder in
Oh,
particular is like super OP
now
in Randomizer.
I like this play from both Huauki and Amarith. Um, oh well, never mind. Amarith isn't going to pod, but
Maybe Pyramid first, but
yeah,
also these enemies say, well,
yeah. That's oh gosh, Amarith, careful.
fuck that
Oh,
fairy. Alright.
nice game
Did you...
knowledge there. Now, Amarith doesn't have the lamp, so, you know, she may not decide to go to pod, because lampless, fire rodless pod is still pretty tricky. I did not see that ledge item, but I guess it's
Yeah,
not
I
important.
didn't fully catch it either, but if Amerit's leaving it, I'm gonna assume that it's nothing. Nio
Yeah.
picking up mirror and lamp. Uh, I think this is the first time we're getting a look here at East Death Mountain, though, coming from Zaruvyen.
Yeah, this should be pretty loaded, I would guess. So I have a feeling this is a jet seed. Um and the difficulty will just be the animizer aspect.
The players have had a lot of different options early on. That's definitely true. It's interesting to see. We have that the slight differential. Where's my meme? I'm obviously having that hook shot to give them some quick mobility up here on the mountain. Fun
Ooh.
shovel from Zaruvyen. You could leave that there. That's fine. Ooh,
Oh,
other
the other
bow.
bow. Speaking of
Mmm.
Zaruvien, though, I would like to say that was a very nicely done Gibdo fight with that hammer. He just smashed him nonstop, and that was impressive. Oh my gosh, everybody's so everywhere. But yeah, there are 2 bows, right? So we have one up on
Mm-hmm.
the mountain and one in Hype Cave. Those are relatively easy bows.
Yeah, you can't. I can't see anybody not finishing this one on silvers for sure.
Oh, do you see what Amarith is doing?
Amerith is going to use that book to translate. Oh,
Oh,
powder! Ew, ew,
what?
that's
Oh
gross.
no!
Oh,
What did I say? Oh well, they have the mushroom, right? They have the mushroom. This
they
is
do,
this is
but
the ultimate
that's
save.
it's that yeah, but that powder is so much. Honestly, I mean, there could be something on bat, sure, but it's so much more useful as as a
The
weapon than it
actual,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, because if you get into
Oh,
one of those GT climbs or things where the anti fairies are everywhere,
yeah, you're absolutely right. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, Zaruvien made it all the way over to Hera, so we will get to see the boss here. There is a Beamos here to mess up your Hera pot.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, just do it the normal way. I wouldn't even
Yeah,
play with
I'm
this. Yeah.
just gonna death warp. Reset, yeah, BMO's one of the couple things that can get placed there that can just really wreck your chances.
This. Oh my gosh! All power to these runners. I would be so tilted already. Just like I can't endure this any longer. Oh my gosh! Look at this pot. Why? Why is that on the bridge? Why is it always that?
I mean, it's it's the vanilla yellow spike from Pod that we remember from the vanilla game.
Okay, impressive from Hawke. I can't with this game. What is this?
Oh my gosh, the shovel! It was so useful.
Yep, yep. That whole
So
heart
yeah.
piece.
Meme item really needs to get to those couple of checks, Stumpy and then K45. The mirror and that lamp will help out with a lot of stuff. As we saw, Zaruvyen had to bail on Hera without a fire source.
Okay, so wait, what was Hera boss? I think somebody said it was Helma?
I did not see. If it's Helma, that's beatable.
Right, but
Once
no
they get a
fire
fire
sword.
source.
Yeah.
But yeah,
'Cause-
Helma up there is just annoying.
yeah, Hera potting with what was there is just. Ugh.
This is honestly no, except for the Wallmaster. I was about to say that room in Thieves that Nio's in right now is not the worst that I've seen it. But then the Wallmaster came in, and I was like, oh, okay, that's not too far off what it normally looks like. And then the Wallmaster came in to say, oh, did you want to go downstairs?
Oh my gosh, this Thieves Town lag.
It's tremendous. Oh, it's a Lionel. Fun.
More Lionels. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
and then this guy who.
Oh, don't mirror, Nio. Unless that's the intent. You don't have to bomb that, right?
No, I don't even think you have to bomb it if the line's there.
Okay.
Oh right, this boss was Harmos, and Amarith has that bow.
This is going to be the first crystal.
Ooh, now we know what the boss is. Thank you, Compass. Ooh, where's my meme item on the board first? We got Hawke heading downstairs in Pod. Zaruvyen has headed to Pod, but he did not apparently make that wreck to Stumpy first.
Yeah.
So that's no mirror and no lamp.
No lamp.
More importantly, in this, we'll see what's downstairs. But I'd far prefer to see what's here than.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, Bombos for Nio down in not blind cell.
That is access to Colts there now. Okay, moment of truth coming soon for what's downstairs in Pod. And yeah, like Mr. Angry Pants is mentioning in chat, that Bombos could be big if, well, Amarith is here in Back of Thieves as well, so chances are she'll continue, but it's a play that a lot of people like to skip an Enemizer Back of Thieves Town.
Yeah, I mean, again, you see the kind of stuff that they're having to deal with here.
Okay, this room though it may not be too scary to deal with, like, but without a lamp, can you imagine trying to find those little tiny Bari things?
It's.
Oh,
Nio ran out of arrows here on Armos.
gosh, gotta be a little careful.
And down to 3 hearts, does have blue mail. I don't know what's in their bottle. But they don't have any. Oh, they do have hammer, but again, hammer on Armos is just so jank.
Really hard to hit that, yeah.
Speaking of fun fights, you've been practicing your NMG Landmos in Pod? That's where Landmo is in the vanilla game.
I mean, honestly, this is definitely not yeah, it's not too terrible of a fight to encounter here. It's relatively safe. A little bit worse than the vanilla location, right? Because you got those spikes on top, but okay.
Yeah,
Still gotta be careful.
Hawk is down to a hard. He has to be careful with this last one, given that it does spray out the extra rocks. Nio did close out Armos, though. And Hawk closes
Ooh,
out Landmo.
with half a heart left, but does the job. 10 arrows for the prize there. There's the Bombos medallion on Ameri's side as well. So we have a crystal for Nio, a crystal for Hawk, and for Amerith. And we'll see how Zaruvyen does here in pod without that lamp.
Yeah, even a room like this where Zaruvyen's heading now, the
Oh
rupee
no.
slash U room.
I
It
think Zaruvyen was trying to death warp there, but there was a fairy in her bottle. Did I say Zaruvyen or Amerith?
Amerith. You said
Okay.
Zaruvyen, but it
Oh,
was
I meant
Amerith. Yeah,
Amerith.
yeah. It's yeah, we yeah. Good job though by Amerith getting through that nonsense downstairs, getting that bombos. Again, bombos is a very effective weapon in this mode too. There are plenty of rooms where you get into where it's just like, I'm not gonna play around with my fighter sword. We're getting rid of
Yeah,
everybody.
absolutely. That's one thing that when I first played Enemizer, I just forgot about is medallions. Like I think I had an ether medallion somewhere. Pretty sure it was Thieves Town, and it was brutal. It was that like hallway that you dash through, and the monsters there were just awful. And I died, and then I died again. I was like, okay, I quit. And then I saw, I think Shin doing it later, and he's just like, oh, I'll just use ether. And I'm like, oh my god, why am I? Okay, and we're seeing a Skullwood's dip here from Amerith. Earlier today, there was a match where this paid off pretty big. That was so weird looking. I thought a full magic container came out of that chest.
Yeah, Hawk meanwhile is into Eastern, and again having this mirror before going to pod really working out well for smells like troll seed here.
Yeah, big
You can
time.
maximize, hopefully being able to clear out another crystal dungeon. If he has seen who the boss is, I don't know who it is.
More pink guards, Power Ranger guards.
And thank you to Gilgamesh 501 for the raid. Welcome on in, everybody, to this Week 7 co-op Enemizer match between Where's My Meme Item and Smells Like Troll Seed. We are coming up on a half hour in. There have been a lot of Lionels.
Yes.
A lot of Lionels. Right now, Smells Like Troll Seed has found the major edge that they have is they found the mirror on Stumpy and then immediately got the lamp in K45. Where's My Meme Item does have that hook shot that they found in the front of Escape.
Right. Okay, so Nio is heading up here to Hera with that mirror in hand, but can still go over to Paradox Cave, but no hookshot still. Um, it looks like Zaruvyen. Well done, by the way, to Zaruvyen for doing all the stuff that he did in the dark. But it looks like he decided to opt out of going to the boss there, which honestly, like, I cannot blame him. That is so dangerous. Um, and even if it's not dangerous, it can take a long time. Oh no, Hawk. That's a rough death in the back of Eastern.
Yeah. Some of those rooms in the back of Eastern are particularly gross.
Oh, was that intentional on Amerith's side too, or okay? I think that
Yeah,
was
I think
a
so.
death mark. Okay.
Yeah, on Nio's side here, coming up, yeah, I think this is the first mountain trip for Smells Like Troll Seed. So I would definitely probably be inclined to go to the other side of the mountain, see if I can find something that would make Hera better.
Yeah,
and increase
if
my odds in case it's a boss that I can't presently beat.
correct. Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Again, it's a little bit long-winded, but you're playing on Fighter Sword, and there are plenty of bosses up there that you can beat and are still dreadful. But fortunately for Nio, again, having this lamp can do the basement and pick up the big key, which, Zaruvyen made the effort early to Harapot and got BMOst, which was really unfortunate.
Yeah.
So we had to bail on the remainder of Hera. But Zaruvyen did make their way to Stumpy, picked up Mirror, just got Lamp. Amarith is heading to the same area, so they're going to be caught up item-wise from that
Almost a high
perspective.
five. Almost a high five.
Yeah, close. Hawke breaking out the medallion. Oh, Hawke did pick up
Nice.
half magic at some point, though, which is another thing that is super nice.
Oh yeah, and very clever use of Quake here. Just wipe this. Oh boy,
Oh,
we have our Trinex.
oof.
That kind of feels bad on Hawk's side, right? Like you died in the back, and then you finally get there, and it ends up being Trinex, who is holding the compass.
If he had the compass, yeah, that definitely feels a little bit worse. If you didn't have
But
that, and then
yeah,
you're
that's
getting that
true.
info, then it's just unfortunate luck.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Nope. Probably want to flip the switch. You can go away with the red, but just nicer.
Alright, so Nio making their way up to the top of Hera. Hawke is running out of the pod area as Zaruvyen makes his way into the pod area. Oh,
So
Amaritha, apologies.
yeah, if this would be really good for Hawk if he goes to the pyramid area and mirrors and checks the front of the skate, getting that hook shot.
Yeah, that could
Um,
actually, yeah, that I would probably guess that that's the likely play, and that would definitely be great for Smells Like Troll Seed too, and then we get to pretty close to item parity here between these two teams.
yeah. Okay, have we discovered?
Hawke is
Oh, that's the
leaving.
myths for Nio.
That's pretty nice.
So myths were up here in Hera, and the boss is Helmasaur. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, just being patient in this fight is paramount. Once he gets over that hole, I think that the vast majority of the mask is not susceptible to damage.
Is that? Oh, really? I didn't even
Yeah,
know that.
that's why Helma up here is particularly annoying, because it kind of eats the damage like
Yeah,
Moth does when over the spikes in
uh,
Skullwoods.
that's interesting. I did not know that.
As Tyler noting in chat, using bombs is definitely a way to go. To at the very least try to knock out like 4 hits at a time, because it's just so slow to try to get 17 in here when he's just plodding along, hanging over that hole.
This is really good on Nio's part, being real patient with those fireballs. I mean, getting hit there, getting knocked off, it can really, really stink on this fight where you're already having to be patient. So, very, very nicely done.
One tough thing here for Smells Like Troll Seed is Nio's up on the mountain, just picked up the mitts, but as we said, doesn't have that hook shot on the front of the skate. So hook shot cave, aside from that first one, could potentially be orphaned here for a while till Hawke makes his way up the mountain.
Well, Hawk didn't actually mirror and get the hook shot either, so
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part there.
his Helma is
Yeah, it's
it is
it,
just chilling on that hole.
it sure is.
Like I've gotten Helma up here before, but he's normally like a little off center from the hole where you can hit him. This one is just refusing to cooperate.
Yeah, I mean, very similar to when it's on the 2 platform in GT. Like the bombs in that first phase are really the way to go.
So the bombs still okay. There we go. Finally, the bombs will still hit it even though the hammer won't. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. It has that bigger range from the bomb explosion too, so you can chuck it like
Ooh,
toward the small of Helma's back behind it, and
so
it's gonna hit and count as hits.
with their last arrow, Halma goes down on Nio's side,
There you
and
go.
that is crystal number 2 for Nio. Combined 3 different, almost 4 here. Oh, well, it won't be different because it's deep sound, but still. Okay, so what do you think? Where are we gonna find our fire rod, our ice rod, our Samaria, our flippers, and
Um,
some extra swords?
well, we might not find flippers, right?
That's true. Both ice
Ooh,
and copper pendants. You're
that
right.
sword and Dark Cross for Zaruvyen is a location.
Yeah.
Uh, you would think that when Smells Like Troll Seed gets to that area, they would check Dark Cross too.
You can imagine.
Um,
Yeah, right. Unless
I
like
think it
hook
depends on
shot.
if they're something like just looking for hookshot at that point, and then they find it
Right.
in the front, and then they're like, okay, cool, we're going to GT.
Yeah, that would suck.
Merit's making her way downstairs in pod right now. We're getting these Death Mountain checks on Nio's side. Bumbo's tablet was nothing.
Did we find out? Not that we can get there yet, but did we find out what the boss skull is?
I have not actually spotted any of the compass reads if they've done it, so I'm not
Right?
sure.
I mean, Hawk just did one, but it was so fast.
Yeah, that's the issue with trying to watch 4 people at once.
Yeah,
They do a
it's
quick
really
thing that only matters to them, and we're like, it was a boss.
true.
It's not Trinex. Earth using hammer strats here on Lanma, very nice.
Yeah, that was a really nice fight there.
And Zaruvyen is back to Hera, and he had that hook shot out. I was like, maybe he's gonna give that another shot. He's just like, nah, go into the basement. We're getting the big key. We're not playing with that BMOS anymore, and I do not blame him in the least.
Same.
And
And chances are there's an item in the big chest, like you can just get it.
Fiery, noting that it is Armos in Skull second. Armos Knights.
Oh wow. Okay,
And,
so that's our 2 Armos Knights. Ooh, that
yeah,
sounds not fun. Armos and Skull. That
yeah, especially because you get dropped in the middle of them and you can't move until they start moving.
ew. And the arena is moving, right? And you're trying to shoot them.
Yeah, uh,
Ew.
having Berna there is like a super awesome thing.
Oh yeah, Berna. Okay. Well, hopefully these um, players find Berna. Well, I kind of want to see it. Hopefully Armos drops Berna there.
Now, Nio just found the silvers that we saw as the second bow up on Paradox Cave, so that's a nice easy way to take care of those Armos too.
Ah, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, then it's just one shot for. Ooh.
Yeah, so Zaruvyen heading upstairs and Hera gonna pick up the mitts.
Okay, so Hawk. I don't know that I would send Hawk back here for that Bombos medallion just yet. Right? Like, we may not need it.
That's potentially true. I assume that Nio checked the TR medallion, right?
Oh gosh, that's a good point. I don't know. What was that? What was that?
I don't know which of the many things that can apply to.
Oh, then on Nio's side, she jumped like she.
Oh, did it unearth a
They,
bush that turned into a cursed image?
is that what that was? It like flew away.
Yeah, like it turns into some
Ooh, ooh,
ridiculous
oh.
enemy thing. Oh, just enough for
And
Harpies.
Harpies for their trouble.
How nice game.
Oh, Wall Master. Oh, I hate Thieves Town. I think Thieves Town might be my least favorite dungeon. So,
Oh, it does look like Bombos is the TR medallion, so
yep,
this
definitely
is a
required.
necessary grab here for Hawke. He's got to deal with this stuff. It might have even been better to just fully take the death there,
Yeah,
and
those
then
Wall
come back
Masters.
up here with 4 or 5 hearts.
Right, yeah.
Very nice fight by Zaruvyen, though. Top Hera picking out Helmasaur for his second crystal.
And it's 2 crystals per player right now.
And
Okay,
Amarith is on their
third.
way to. Did neither of these? Did they not get the compass in Eastern? Is that just what happens here?
I think the compass is on Trinex.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. I thought you mentioned earlier that. I was like, oh well, they knew it was. Yeah. Then that's just unlucky.
Yeah, because Hawk checked his items,
Ah.
but
Okay.
the compass was missing. So
Yeah. That's just a super unlucky thing. Those are
yeah,
one of those things that feels bad in Enemizer, but you can't really do anything because most of the time it's going to be something that you can deal with.
yeah.
And right now the players can beat anybody except for the
Except for
Trinex. So,
Trinex, yeah.
but we need
Well,
2 rods. We have
they
0
can't
rods.
they can't beat Argus on smells like troll seed side just yet.
That is true. That's true. Well, there was that Cane of Burna that we talked about out in Checkerboard Cave.
Hey, hey.
Yeah, you play like a regular co-op AD seed, and here, I found Burna, and most of the time you're gonna be like, okay, we're not going to get that. Here, you're gonna take
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the extra few seconds to mirror and pick up Burna.
I like Hawk saving the bombos for later. TR. It looks so far away. We don't have the Cane of Samaria. We don't have the Fire Rod. Like maybe you can come back to it with a little bit better equipment. There's the mitts that are available. There's that Burna that's available. Like things like that can really help. So I like putting it off till later. That's a nice thing.
Yeah, I agree with that. And again, this is a mode that can really get to you at times because it can just be frustrating. There can be sections that are exceptionally difficult even for the best of the best invitational runners.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
so rather than just beating your head against the wall trying to do something, yeah, let's go make some additional progress. We're seeing the big bomb on both players' side here. And this is a prime opportunity for Hawk to do the front of escape.
And we're gonna get to see the rest of Hookshot Cave here in Zaruvyen side. See if Smells Like Troll Seed has orphaned anything. Nope, just a bunch of rupees.
Yeah, that's a pretty good break here for Smells Like Troll Seed. And Hawk is fluting away again. So
Oh
Smells Like Troll
no!
Seed does not want to
Get a Master
deal
Sword
with
or a Hookshot.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, the front of escape. It's not super fun, but it's 3 or 4 items. They know for sure that there's at least 3.
Okay, so where do they go next? Like, we're running out of clearable crystal. Um, you know, we're looking into what, Ice Palace? Well, no, that no flipper, so it's not in logic. I mean, you can go there, it's just not in logic. Bombos is available, so I guess Meyer are.
Potentially, yeah.
Have we done the North Dark World checks yet? Like
I
Graveyard Ledge and Thieves'
yes, we. In fact, we did Graveyard Ledge right when Gil raided, so
Oh,
it was
okay,
it was a
cool.
timely check. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think. We've seen a lot of this stuff. Maybe the Smith chain.
I'm sorry, I'm still laughing about the Graveyard Ledge Gamesh.
It's right there in the name. Um, yeah, I think Smith chain is now a thing
Oh, right, yep, Smith Chain. I forget
with
that
the
Mids means that.
timely or slash untimely myths. Um, Nio's here in Pod, we did already see from Hawk.
Yeah, I think the teams are starting to realize, okay, there are things that we just need to get now. So Hawk is getting the Mitts and Hera, um, Zaruvyen's getting the Bombos in Thieves Town. Uh, I don't know that there was anything in Pod necessarily, but it is a crystal you can go ahead and clear. Um, Maybe while they think of what their next play is going to be.
Amarith is trying to nail this Herapot.
Wow.
I give them many points for Moxie here.
You
Oh, there
know,
it is. There it
with the hook
is.
speed, that would be the
There
way
you
to do it
go.
there. Because with the regular bomb setup, I don't think you have time. That BMOs will catch you.
No, it's exceptionally difficult. Yeah, right now, again, as you noted, there's a lot of retracing not only the other team's steps, but their own teammates' steps here. Um, Getting, you know, almost everybody on the same page in terms of crystal count, too.
Yeah.
Um, but a big thing now is for Smells Like Troll Seed is going to be how long is it going to take them to get to the front of Escape at the very least?
Yeah.
And again, I don't think they have that much left past that either. Um,
Without doing out of logic things like Ice
yeah,
Palace.
and that's the thing is that will be less stuff that Where's My Meme item has to do before finding whatever is intended as our next level of progression.
Right. Which could be the flippers leading to Ice Palace, but
Yeah, very nice fight there by Amarith using those bomb strats, and then having silver for the final phase is
oh my
definitely
gosh.
nice.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Yeah, I'm actually
Hawk,
surprised they did Hawk didn't go get those before coming up here to this fight.
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, he doesn't have many arrows either. Uh, Dealing with that last phase of Helmasaur with Fighter Sword um, or Hammer or even regular arrows, depending on the movement and where he sets up, is tough. And Hawk's also a little bit short on bombs. He's trying to be very precise here. Uh, does look like
Nicely
he's
done.
gotten 3 in, but that's gonna miss. The last one, that should be good. So
Yeah.
you think it's one more.
Nice, very nicely done. And I don't know if you saw, but Smith did have a sword, so Zaruvyen is now on Tempered Sword. Um, and there's the
Oh, flippers.
flippers on Purple Dust.
Hmm.
Ew, 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 ew. That opens Swamp, that opens Ice.
Yeah, that.
It could be the right answer, or it could all be bait.
I don't know what else they really have besides checking those, though. That's the thing at this point.
I mean, Meyer without the cane.
Do we have the medallion for Meyer, though?
It's
Oh,
Bombos.
it is Bombos. Yeah. I mean, again, the players are getting
Well,
to the relative point where they,
that is where Amarith is going. So,
yeah, they're gonna split it up and try to check multiple places at once.
and that
Amarith
makes
going to
sense.
Mire, Zaruvyen going into Swamp. Um, Worst case, they can head to Ice after this,
Right.
but odds are they've got 3 dungeons accessible right now.
Yeah.
There's something's gonna show up soon.
Yeah, yeah, there's gotta be something. And I think, like Hawk and Nio were, I think, a little bit ahead for the majority of the beginning of the seed. But I think missing that extra sword, getting the silvers a little bit later, and that hook shot has started to bleed time on their side, unfortunately.
Oh, Hawk got into a really rough situation in that room upstairs had no bombs and no arrows and nothing to hit the switch. But he does
Oh,
have, there's game knowledge there. There is that shop inside Paradox Cave. You could go buy bombs.
but you need a bomb to open it.
That's true. You do need a bomb. My bad. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that's so sad. To answer Tyler, hookshot is in the front of escape. Might have even been the first chest.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
was.
Hawk's
Yeah.
had a couple times now where he's gone to the pyramid, once to check the ledge, once for the 5-6, but he did not go in.
And then I think Naya was there too, wasn't she? Or weren't they?
Yeah, possibly. Shovel is up on the mountain. I think it might even be in Paradox.
Well, we got Amerith checking Meyer here, Zaruvyen checking Swamp, and we've seen some of the checks here from Nio and Hawk's side. This is a good time to tell everybody, follow the runners, Amerith, Zaruvyen, Hawk, Nio, all wonderful people and good players as well. And also feel free to give a follow to the commentators Arya Stark and our trackers today, who are Nochibato and Fury. There they are posted there. Thank you, Mr. Angry Pants. But there's a mirror shield. Woohoo! Zaruvyen got the mirror shield. I'm so happy.
Also, please give a follow to Merc, who did not promote himself but deserves to be promoted. But yeah, these two teams they're teams that we played this year in League. Just full of super nice people, great players, and even nicer people.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
so it's awesome that we're this late in the league season, that all of these teams still have playoff chances, and we've had a really tight match thus far.
Amarith, doing that. What is that called? It's a door state extension, I think.
Yeah, I
In
believe
Meyer.
so.
Okay.
I call it the thing that other people do and I don't.
Wait, is that another Trinex in Swamp? That was a Trinex.
Yeah, well, that's actually probably great news for the for Where's My Meme item, knowing that there won't be a Trinex uh, in the GT climate. There is Samaria just chilling in Mire.
Yup, there it is. Samara and
Easy,
Meyer.
easy game is easy.
Jeez. Aw, thank you, Tyler and Nochi. That's sweet of you guys. Um, okay, well, Samaria, chilling in Meyer. So now Zarufia knows this, but this makes sense. You're already back here in Swamp. Let's just check. Upside Swamp could be something important here.
Yeah,
We still need a Fire Rod and an Ice Rod.
the positive too. Not only no Trinex in GT, but they don't have to worry about beating this Trinex, because the 2 items they need are necessary to beat him. So,
Yeah.
and it's a pendant. Hawk, meanwhile, has made way to the front of escape, and there is that hook
There's
shot.
and the sword
Uh,
for Nio there on
yeah, this is
Smith.
going to be interesting here. Yeah, you can see that pause. That's, again, it's a co-op week. That's surely Hawk and Nio communicating. saying, "Hey, do you want me to stick it out for the rest of this or get a move on?" And they probably did, realize, so, well, that hook shot doesn't really open that much right now.
Yeah.
And what it does logically open is way up on Dark Death Mountain, so.
But this does, because Nio's gonna get the flippers here before Hawk makes his way to Dark Cross. This could actually impact their decision to not go back there.
That is true. And I don't know if you saw, Pendant Swamp had a gift on Left Side Swamp.
Oh gosh, was it Fire Rod?
It sure was.
Oh boy. Oh, so Fire Rod and Left Side Swamp, King of Samaria in Meyer. Ugh.
Ice Rod on Laser Bridge. That's how it works.
Yeah, and Pet is available. Like, I don't like this seed.
Uh,
Oh wait, we checked Pet.
yeah, we checked Ped. It's
Amarith
and again,
checked it
like
super.
the item that they need for Go mode, the Ice Rod can't be there anyway, even if we hadn't checked it.
Right, because you need a beat. Yep, that's true. Good call. So we know we won't need that powder that's on the pedestal. Um, but it still stinks to not have it. Like, look, this anti-fairy, you can just powder it. Be like, yay.
Rush Pendant, try next to get powder.
Okay, good for Smells Like Troll Seed. Going back to Dark Crops. Wait,
Yeah, well, Nio is.
wait, Hawk was the one that was there.
Yes, well, Nio went to go get the hook shot,
Oh no.
but Hawk left before doing Dark Cross.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not terrible to go back there to get it. Um, but it might be a little bit of a feels bad moment. It's like, oh, dang it, I was right there.
Yeah, that's not gonna feel great, unfortunately. And the difference between Master and Tempered, no matter the mode, is pretty significant.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, but particularly here, when you want to, you don't know who you're going to run into. Like, Hawk's still having to deal with this Gibdos here with the hammer.
Yeah, that's... Okay,
Well,
down it
Meredith
goes.
is taking on Moldorm in a slightly poisonous arena.
Yeah. Alright, there goes Meyer for Amarith. There's the compass. Wow, these compasses are just on the bosses. That's the compass on Eastern. Trinex Eastern is on Trinex. The compass here in Meyer was on the boss. It's like, goodness gracious. Like, that's scary to go back to without the Ice Rod. Well, we know it couldn't have been a Trinex there, so at least there's that. Okay. Whew. We are approaching go mode. What do you think? Ice Rod is just in Ice Palace?
Right now, I mean, it feels like there's really only two likely places. It's either Pen and Ice or TR, one of these two. And
Right, yeah, TR.
because between these teams, they have covered a ton of ground. There's not really that much left.
And this is good. Oh no, Hawk. Oh, maybe he has a fairy. So I was gonna say this is really good that Smells Like Troll Seed decided to send Hawk here because Nio had already checked the bunkable chest and Hookshot Cave. So Hawk going back up there, with the hookshot in hand to see if anything important was orphaned there. But that anti-fairy is just not being friendly. So that remains orphaned for Team Smells Like Troll Seed. Fortunately for them, there's nothing there, but especially with where Cane of Samaria is, that could come up later as a really, like, awful thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, man, what if it was just there this whole time,
Meredith picking up her flippers so she can head to Rush left side swamp has one damage.
Just left side swamp. That's it.
Rush it.
Honestly, that might be a play I have to start incorporating now. Just rushing left side swamp, which is
Yeah, Nio's having a time here in Pend and Ice, which can get really rough depending on how things lay out.
yeah.
So this is one of these dungeons where, again, with like the normal enemy layout, you don't really think about how tight some of these rooms are.
Yep.
But all of a sudden, you get into these really congested spots and get very obnoxious enemies, and now we have sideways shadows in addition to the vertical shadows here in this conveyor room. And
Oh gosh. Yeah, this is rough. Does Nio have something in her bottle? In their bottle? Okay.
yeah,
Good.
I got a red.
All right. So bomb jump here from Nio, and Hawk cleaning up some swords.
And this, look, you got the floating head just slowly drifting up as you're trying to set up your ice palace bomb jump.
Not a fun time. Nice lineup. Yeah, I think that's going to be probably the biggest issue on Smells Like Troll Seed's side is that Cane of Samaria being in mire.
Yeah, they're still chasing several items right now. Again, Where's My Mean item has played exceptionally efficiently thus far.
Yeah.
Their boss fights in particular have been really on point. So as you noted, I think Smells Like Troll Seed did have a little bit of an edge early on with how they picked things up and were able to move around. But Where's My Meme item cut down a lot of time with some really outstanding boss fights.
Yeah, yeah.
And right now, again, while it might look like they're kind of like retracing each other's steps, Where's My Meme item is really moving themselves into position to just check the last couple dungeons for Ice Rod and get to the very end of this game, whereas Hawke and Nio still have some work to do because Hawke has to again backtrack here into the basement of Thieves Town to pick up that bombos before he can even get to, doing a mire check.
Yeah, and Hawke will probably go and grab that Dark Cross sword as well. So, and if the Ice Rod is here in Ice Palace, it'll be even faster for Where's My Meme item having that Cane of Samaria already in hand, being able to Icebreaker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's definitely looking like it's starting to pull into Where's My Meme item's favor. But you never know. Ice rods are ice rods, and they're known for being an ice rod hunt for a reason. That actually is a really, crazy potential would be like, Where's My Meat item goes into Total Rock, hoping for an ice rod there, but maybe it's not there. And since, Smells Like Troll Seed doesn't have the Cane of Samaria, that's not even an option for them. Butter Sword and Ice, okay. So they could potentially find Ice Rod, say, in like Green Pendant Turn-In or, some off check like that. That might take meme item longer. So anything can still happen. I guess that was the point I was trying to say.
Yeah, if there's nothing else here on Ice too, that sword is actually kind of rough for Smells Like Troll Seed. Because you're definitely not sending Hawke to go pick up that sword.
Yeah.
And you would really want to be finishing this seed on Tempered Sword. So that could be yet another trek back to Hyrule Castle for him, which would be very unlucky. But Hawke is going to pick up his flippers here. Nio continuing in Ice, but Zaruvyen has finished Mire. Amarith has picked up the Fire Rod. And we're also getting a desert look here from Zaruvyen.
Oh, it's a vanilla cold stare in here. So Bombos is here, so Oh, Nio's out of magic, actually. I think that is what they are farming for here, looking for some magic. I think the 2 right before you drop down is enough for Bombos, right? Or the
Um,
2
those
small?
two should give you, what, a quarter of a regular magic fill up,
Yeah.
so I believe so, yeah, as long as you don't get hit. And on Gold Sword, you could finish off that last, the puffs relatively easily.
Yeah, Gold Sword is nice for Gold Sword for sure. Yeah, so the 2 should be enough. I think Nio might have been farming for magic, but should be able to get it.
Oh yeah, we have the refill room too, because Nio's got plenty of small keys. Zaruvyen is rushing the boss here, Desert. I don't remember if I think the oh yeah, we saw Desert very early, so
Okay.
it's an Argus.
Argus. Alright, so Amarith is making the Turtle Rock play here.
Yeah, I like this call. Send one player up the mountain, have the other one finish up as much of the stuff off the mountain as possible.
But yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense.
This
So
Argus
probably.
keeping some distance there from Zaruvyen, but just some bombs.
So we'll probably see. Oh no, Nio.
Oh no.
Ah, that's a rough death. I don't know that I would go back here.
I don't think
Yeah,
so. No, I don't
yeah.
think so.
I think you leave and just hope that it's not there. And here's Hawk in Swamp Palace, so Fire Rod coming soon. But where does Nio go? Hopefully Meyer, right?
Yeah, trying to think what is left here.
I don't know if they've done Spike Cave. I think they did though.
I want to say we saw Spike Cave on both sides. No, yeah, Nio in particular
Yeah.
did, because they clutched it out on the heart.
Oh, Hookshot Cave. Remember, because Nio
Yeah.
missed the time and then Hawk died up there. But that's it. That's all that Nio can
That
do up here. It's Hookshot Cave.
that feels like going a long way for a couple checks. Again, vanilla Samaria has gotten us
Yeah.
all plenty of times. That's the thing about the randomizer. We tend to think, oh, everything has to be totally randomized.
Right.
Nothing is where it's supposed to be. And then when it
Right.
is, you're like, oh, that game. How dare this game? I placed my trust in you, and you did this.
Betrayed. Ooh,
Once
compass
again.
for Turtle Rock? It's blind. Okay.
Yeah, with Cape and Half Magic in particular, that is not a problem. This is a kind of annoying arena for blind, with the spikes at the top.
Yeah. That's true.
So
All right.
going
Looks
in
like
there with sword beams and Cape and Half Magic, though, you can handle it pretty well.
yeah. Zaruvyen filling up on magic here. I think this is an Ice Palace play from Zaruvyen.
Yeah, you would think so at this point.
Yeah. And if Amarith finds Ice Rod, they'll be like, okay, get out of Ice Palace, we're and go.
And Nio picking up that handful of money. Although,
Gosh,
boy oh boy,
this
that anti-parry.
It's so annoying.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Where you really wish you had
Oh
that
boy.
powder. It just
Ugh.
bounces so perfectly and
It's
awful.
it's not even in a great spot to powder. Just don't fall off now. There you go.
There we go. Okay. Good job, Nio.
Hawk did beeline it straight to left side swamp first, so has picked up that fire rod, passed that knowledge along.
Yeah. I suspect we'll see Nio going there next then. Might pick up some magic and potions. Fire Rod, at least it makes Meyer feel a little nicer. I like having Fire Rod before Meyer.
I mean, just having fire rod period in Enemizer is super
True.
cool.
Now, I wonder where that half magic was. because
Yeah, we saw it on, well, we saw it post after the Eastern Big Chess, according to Nochi. Oh, thank you, Nochi.
oh yeah, so they're not gonna go back there to get it until they have to go beat Eastern at this point.
Yeah,
'Cause-
well, that makes total sense for why only two people have it.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, the plus side is that as long as nobody forgets, everybody can finish on half magic, which would be great for the very end of the game and for that impending Trinex fight.
Yeah, to answer a question in chat from Masakuni Dragon, this has been a really rough enemizer. The enemies themselves have been pretty brutal, but the bosses haven't been too terrible, at least. And the items haven't been too terrible, except for, the Vanilla Canis Maria, the Left Side Swamp, Fire Rod. But as far as how the teams are doing, it does seem like Where's My Mean Item has pulled ahead. They look to be a little bit behind at first, but with a couple of good finds and really efficient fights with bosses and things like that, they have managed to secure a decent lead at this point. But yeah, we're still looking for an Ice Rod, so we shall see. Laser Bridge is very promising. This is really good on Amarith's side, taking that safety bridge with... Amarith has not actually gotten her hands on a lot of hearts this seed, so...
Yeah, as with any co-op mode, it's sometimes you just have situations where one player is doing some more high density checks that have even just a lot of heart pieces.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to, if there's a bunch of heart pieces at the top of Paradox Cave, you're not going to send your teammate there for just a couple heart pieces and 20 rupees. Marith did get red mail, did get shot by a laser, did have a fairy for revival.
But no Ice Rod. So, well, I mean, it could still be on the boss of Turtle Rock, which we know is not Trinex, so we'll see. We're still waiting to find out. Yeah, the Turtle Rock play, I always, I can't, even in Enemizer Boss Shuffle, I can't get it through my brain that it's not automatically a Trinox there.
Yeah, it's very easy to forget some of these things. Just like going into Pod, it's like Pod's bow locked because of those Igors. And it's like, well, not necessarily. Right. They might not be they might not be there.
But it is still bow locked in the back just because of the...
Yeah, Eastern's the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
wait, Eastern is?
What? Well, in your mind, you're thinking it is, but those
okay.
might not be, they might not be
Eastern,
there.
you actually can get through the back without the bow enemizer sometimes. Okay. Well. Oh wow, Ice Rod on boss of Turtle Rock.
Yes, Zaruvyen killing Cold Stare anywhere. Just whatever.
Because at this point, just get that heart piece, Zaruvyen. You got it.
Alright, well that is collective go mode there for Where's My Meme Item.
1:13:10ish go mode for Where's My Meme Item, with only Skullwoods. No, with only Eastern and Skull on Amarith's side, and Pod and Eastern on Zaruvyen's side.
Yeah, no matter what, you're gonna have to come back down off the mountain, so that doesn't feel quite as bad as it could otherwise, as you would have it in an open mode or a Kaz Boots mode or something where you'd love to have, your 7th crystal BTR and just go straight to GT. But yeah, this is a good position for Where's My Meme Item. Hawke right now dealing with these fun Armos here in Skull, but has silvers, so...
This definitely makes this a lot nicer than...
Yeah. Nio is in Mire, so that's a good thing too for Smells Like Troll Seed.
And the stun prize being arrows here, that's really good too, actually.
Yeah, that's one of those things where early seed, you check it out, it's arrows, and you're like, oh, I really wish there was something better. And then when it turns out that silvers were pretty free. That's definitely, again, you'd probably still rather have a few other things as your stun prize, but
Yeah,
in
full
this
magic.
situation, though, especially on Hawk's side where he still has just that Master Sword, um, those silver arrows are exceptionally potent.
Yeah. Yeah, just noticing now on their side, it drops you right in the middle of them. That is so funny.
Yeah, no matter how many times I played Enemizer and run into those, I try to move. I'm like, well, I'll just get myself lined up, and you're just like stuck there until the fight starts. If you drop in with like 3 hearts, all of a sudden the first guy hits you, and you're like,
Uh,
where was that burner again?
oh gosh, where was it?
Oh,
Hmm.
I'm being,
Oh,
I'm
oh,
just
oh.
talking. That's
No, but
my
like, where was
my
it?
pick mindset at that point. Where
But
was
actually,
burner?
we're oh, checkerboard cave. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't worry about it, chat. Arya is the smart one.
Smart, quote unquote.
They'll say things. I'll miss the jokes. That's just how it goes. It's
Smart
fine.
alecky. That is, yeah, Skull down for Amarith, has 1 crystal left. Zaruvyen. Unfortunately, TR is not really fast even when you know
Yeah,
the key layout from your teammate.
yeah. Unfortunately.
So Amarith will almost certainly be the first player from either team into GT.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, we just. Did Amerith do skull? I thought I saw it marked off, but then I don't actually think.
Yeah, I think it was Amarith just beat Skull.
No, that was Hawk, I think.
No, I think they both did.
Oh, okay. So Amerith has skull beat. Okay, yeah. So that this is it. Just the.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Naya
that's right.
still making their way here through Meyer. And we have not seen a friend under the bridge here on Smells Like Troll Seed side.
And I don't think Where's My Main Item ever made it back to Zora. I think they both tried and they just both like, you know what? Never mind.
Yeah,
Not worth
I mean, you tell me. That's a rough one to have to deal with.
100%, yeah. Nice use of bombos here on Amerith's side. Just,
Yeah, with
I
that with that half magic, you don't even have to worry about wasting your magic before this try next fight.
yeah, for sure.
More than enough. Although I do call shenanigans on that fire rod shot. I want to say Amerith hit that first one. You don't have to worry about the floor getting frozen, which is nice.
That's right. Is there anywhere else that Trinex freezes the floor, or just the home base?
I think it's just its arena, and folks who have more knowledge than I could correct me. I wanted to say at some point I heard that in Enemizer might not actually freeze the floor, but I could be wrong about it. I might have just misheard.
Hmm.
But I don't believe in any of the other arenas. But I was watching a match last night in which Act the Boker was talking about like the really early days of Enemizer, and I guess that the ice head of Trinex in certain arenas used to be able to create a wall of ice, which would like lock you out from being able to beat the boss.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
But that seems kind of broken.
Yeah. But that is 7 crystals for Amerith at right around 119. We're going to be going up to GT now, looking for the GT Big Key. So if you're into the GT Big Key guessing game, go ahead and get your numbers in chat. Otherwise, we'll just see what happens.
Nio picked up that Samaria, beat Landmos. So Myers on the board there for Smells Like Troll Seed. Hawk is following suit. So you would guess that this is TR time for Nio.
Yeah, think so. Oh, um, green pen? No. Did
I don't know what else they have
Ice
here.
Palace boss? No.
Okay, hopped in the water and reconsidered. Let's hope that this is a TR play. This
Okay,
needs to be a
this
TR play.
looks. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think there definitely is an item on Cold Stare or
Mm-hmm.
the Ice Palace boss, but which is Cold Stare, yeah. Um,
Yeah, but
and
it's
so that
it's not worth you. That's a clearable crystal, um, anyway, and going all
yeah,
the way back in for Colster, you finally got your Samaria. Just let's lean on that.
right, right. And yeah, like maybe the hesitation and the direction going to Ice Palace could have been that exact thing that I was talking about earlier, where it's like, oh, I don't want to really go to Turtle Rock without the Ice Rod, but then like, wait a minute, hold on, it's not necessarily Trinix. In fact, we know
Hmm.
it's not. So, um,
Yeah, in fact, they 100% know it's not because
exactly.
we've already seen two of them. So
Yep.
yeah, but yeah, Zaruvyen here gonna do the Pod Eastern double dip, knock them out. Whereas Amarith has entered GT.
All right. And that's a really good point by our one of our tracker, Nochibato. And if they do decide to send someone into Ice Palace, it definitely should be Hawk because they can get a sword on the way, and um, yeah, that would make a lot of sense. So, but that was hope left for Amerith there.
Yeah, that was the winning number was two. Amarith got the big key.
Oh, okay. I missed it.
And Amarith is picking up a second key here, which I think is actually kind of clever. Um, just in case the mini Helma room is
Right.
obnoxious, rather than go
Yeah,
chasing something around the room.
that makes perfect sense. Yeah, it could be a really annoying enemy to deal with.
Speaking of annoying,
Right?
just getting to these pots here. Yeah, Meredith is only at what, 8 hearts?
Yeah, that's why
Uh,
it's good use of the cape here. Just don't take those damages if you can avoid it. Nice use of bombos here. Like, wow.
we got
Oh my
dual
gosh.
bomboses.
Have you seen an Enemizer where Pod and Eastern are both pendants? Or Pod, at the very least, is pendant. And you climb GT and you never find a bow?
Yes, Shin and I played one of those a few days ago, actually.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
That's
we had a no bow seed.
that's
I
funny.
don't remember if we found one late, but we definitely didn't need it.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
The crazy things that an Animizer can do to even like routing and decision making just because of like like the expectations you have when you play a regular seed versus what actually happens with the Animizer. Pretty neat. That part I can see as being pretty neat.
That sounds like you want to get in on this action this weekend, Sven.
You are taking it too far. Oh
Oh
no,
no,
man.
accidental mirror from Amara.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, it's especially in these when you're making the climb here, you never know whether it's going to actually be a climb that's easier than normal or uh, exceptionally hard or just kind of annoying, and you're constantly flipping between items trying to
Yep.
read the room and be like this room in particular, silver arrows, that's the way to go, unless you can pin them and spin it like Amerith did there. But you're consistently bouncing between a variety of things. So it's so easy to just get over that mirror and accidentally click it there. But fortunately for Amerith, she doesn't know it, but she has a pretty healthy lead here.
Yeah. And if she remembers the Sunprizer arrow, she can be as liberal as she wants with those arrows. And I think Gibdos were dropping magic, and same with the guards. So a lot of things dropping magic, stun prize giving you arrows. Just kind of like, yeah, see, full magic there. Uh, Now, is that gold pickle any different from a regular green pickle?
I don't think so.
Ugh,
Yeah, the
nice.
red. Speaking of annoying things on the clown, red barries,
Yep. Red
and
parties.
when you encounter them in situations in which you don't have half magic, that's especially annoying because the fire rod is the best weapon, as we see from Omer. That's the best way to deal with them
Oh,
because they
I did
won't
not
split.
realize.
They'll just die. They won't split. But
I had no idea that that was the thing.
hey, look, it's another landmark.
I wasn't even paying attention to that. I was just like, oh, normal climb.
Omer's getting low on magic here.
I think she has a couple of blues.
It's a lot of it really. This next couple of rooms is going to be determined by uh, effectively what's on the torches because you come to this room and it's not like the normal Wizrobe room. Although
Right,
Amerith did use Samaria for it, but a lot of these
right,
rooms are ones where Samaria isn't even going to insta kill most of the guys.
right.
We
Well,
got some pretty tame rooms here.
nice fairy there. And that should be enough magic to do the lamps and stuff.
Yeah, it just
Nice
depends on
back.
what's guarding the lamps. Oh, it's this guy.
Oh boy.
It's everyone's friend. That guy. And this is where it gets to be dicey because
Oh,
you need the
that's not
cape to
fun.
get through it, and the cape eats magic.
Yeah. Well, we definitely see a blue potion there, so
Yeah, it's this room is just an enemizer. You get the rare occasions in which you have a guard pinned on the block or one of the little mold guys or something, but the spikes and sometimes the anti-fairy is the worst.
ooh, anti-fairies, yeah, especially if you like this seed don't have the powder. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, powder is a like anti-fairies can be incredibly annoying depending on like where they're placed and having something amazing like the powder is just so good in Minimizer.
Yeah, speaking of anti-fairy,
Speaking of
getting
anti-fairies,
you're throwing a oh my, yeah, you got Nocturok spinning all over the place here.
now what is Amarith actually looking for here with these checks?
Um, Possibly a safety,
Oh,
maybe
like
just
an
another
extra
bottle.
bottle?
I think
Okay.
that's about it because I think they know where almost everything else is. They know of all
Right.
the swords. They know of yeah, they know of basically everything else. It could just be a bottle, and that has, in my opinion, is still worth the time that you take to do
Yeah,
these kind of checks.
that's fair. Especially if those rooms aren't too ridiculous, which they weren't, right? Like if those rooms were crazier, then maybe I would avoid it, but yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
I think
even in Merit's side, even a heart would be kind of nice.
yeah, I think optimally, Amerith was definitely going to at least skip the what is normally the pre-Moldorm room, um, but then having to burn that potion, wanting to grab those extra hearts, it's totally understandable.
Yeah, for sure.
But, okay, so we do see on Smells Like Troll Sea's side, Nio is into the blind fight and is about to pick up their go mode ice rod. Just like normal, you pick up your ice rod on the Turtle Rock boss. There's nothing abnormal about this mode or anything we've seen here today.
Now, I'm not sure why Hawk has not gone back for the sword.
Has what?
not gone back for that sword in Dark Cross?
Yeah, I don't know.
It makes
I
everything faster. So, if they ever watch this back and like see this, I think that play should have been made as soon as Nio discovered there was another sword there. I think, like
yeah, I can definitely understand why you wouldn't want to go back, um, having already been there a few times. The problem, I think, the real problem is that they also know where that fourth sword is, which is something that Hawk is never getting. So that one is definitely the way more obtainable one, as obnoxious as it would be to go make another trip to Hyrule Castle.
right.
Um, but Amarith here into the Ganon fight. Got a great position for spins in the top right.
Using that cape very
Yep.
nicely, holding onto the wall so it doesn't drain the magic.
Yeah, very good job by Amarith. Yeah, so trackers are noting Hawk could pick it up before Ganon. Um,
Oh, yeah, that's
I still think I would want, especially knowing that that last one is in ice, I think I would want it for the remainder of the seed, especially with a Trinex fight.
yeah. Yeah, at least for the Trinix fight.
I mean, he could pick it up before going there, but it does not look like that's the case. And they also might be feeling like they're chasing because they were late to a few things. But
That's
yeah,
true.
get your GGs in chat for Amarith, who's going to be the first one here to finish.
Yeah, big GG's to Amerith. Crossing over at 131.36, and the first player to finish up the four today on Where's My Meme item. Zaruvyen following behind, finishing the Land Mode 2 fight here. Um, will be coming up shortly.
Yeah, Hawk only needs to beat Eastern here, whereas Nio needs to finish off Eastern and Skullwoods, yeah.
Now, I do imagine that Nio's Trinex fight will be faster.
Yeah, some of these rooms here in GT that we're seeing from Where's My Meme item side definitely show the major benefits of the co-op setup too. Because Zaruvyen has some time to game plan how he wants to handle that Torches
Right.
room, whereas Amarith just kind of gets thrown into it.
Yeah, yep.
And it's just like sink or swim on your own, which is always fun. Simultaneous
Double
bombos in the
bombos.
same room for smells like troll seed. That's some nice sync. Hulk tried to. That's good thinking. They're trying to scoop that fairy.
Yeah, for sure.
These
Oh,
heads on
that
Trinex come out fast.
yeah, Nio missed a fire red shot there on that just went through the head basically. So Hawk's got to be a little careful here.
Yeah. He does have that blue potion. He has a
Ton of
ton of
money. I
rupees.
would
I would use. Yeah,
go with
use the potion. There you go. The ice head though just does not want to stay still.
juking left and right.
Oh, now the shell is
Whoa, what happened there?
translucent. I don't. I think it's some kind of effect in correlation to him pulling up the mirror for a second. Dio finished off Trinex. Just has to go do Skull Woods. Hawk's gonna switch to Hammer here. Again, tight quarters here in Eastern. Does have to be careful. Good job.
There we go. Does have red mail, so could have taken one more hit there still, but
Yeah, Zaruvyen, though, is about to drop into his Ganon fight here. So, gold sword, silvers, half magic. It's likely not going to be a pretty tough fight here for Zaruvyen. And again, as we noted at the outset, both of these teams have had excellent seasons thus far, whereas my meme item is at 8-4 with 24 points. Smells Like Troll Seed is 7-5 with 21 points. Both still have playoff aspirations. I do not believe that this loss, if it does happen for Troll Seed, would eliminate them. It would be tougher, but a win here by Where's My Meme item, if Zaruvyen can close this out, would make their playoff chances that much greater.
ooh, that arrow didn't come out on Zaruvyen's side, so he just missed the triple there. But very nice Ganon fight. Get your GGs in chat for Zaruvyen as well, crossing over. Gonna be finishing at right around 136.22. GG's Zaruvyen, and that seals the deal for Where's My Meme item, getting the first place today, and taking the win for Enemizer Week 7 of League, which will put them at, what is it, 27, 9-4, which is 27 points, which is where 3 other teams are at currently with 27 points. So fun times in Ganon's Tower Division, but GG's to Where's My Meme item.
Yeah, we are joined in chat by the winners of today's race, Amarith and Zaruvyen. GG's.
GG's.
GG.
Just normal Ganon's Tower things, right?
Just normal Enemizer things. Oh, we found a
Oh, man.
Trinex. Let's just avoid it at all costs. Wait, I found a second one. Oh boy.
Oh my gosh, you guys handled it really nicely though. Like we discovered today that I'm a bit of a sadist. I think I enjoyed watching you guys suffering.
Oh no.
I was gonna say, it didn't
So
feel like we handled this one well.
I don't know, it felt okay on my side. The only death I really took was the one orphaning Zora.
yeah, that. So I'm not laughing. So let me clarify
Yes.
what not that you handled Animizer well, but you handled punishment well. So that was exciting.
Yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't count all the deaths that I didn't tell you about. I tend to not mention those because that causes undue stress.
Well, I'm sure you died a few times in the front of Easter, and you were just biting your tongue so I wouldn't tell you, get the heck out of there right now. Because I'm pretty sure I said something along those lines.
I was like, oh no, I only took like one death. It might have been like 2 or 3.
I will not add any comments. I'll let you guys discover on your own. Yeah, so what did you guys think about the seed in terms of like the routing and where things were?
What a gross mess.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to go get your mirror off Stumpy to get your lamp off of K45 to put Pod and Easter and the Sword and Dark Cross and the bits
Purple
to
chest.
Tower of Hera in Logic. To go to Purple Chest to get your flippers. To go to Swamp to get your Fire Rod. To cry a lot when your Ice Rod's on blind and TR.
Right.
By the way, I didn't mention where the cane was. I think everyone in chat knows where the cane was.
Oh, I'm sure.
Mhm.
Yep. Mhm.
And when she told me that, I'm like, Kat, are you serious? I wanna. Oh, you can't make me. I'm going to ice. No, I'm not going to ice. I had Fire Rod. I was going to Skullwoods. Because at that point, you've seen 2 Trinex. You know you need an Ice Rod, and that's literally all you need.
Yep.
Amarith, does that say 7 deaths?
Listen.
You 2 are gonna have some practice to do.
Hey, some of those were intentional. Yeah, I can't
Uh-huh.
tell
There
you
were
how many,
death
but
Okay.
there were death
Enemizer
words.
boot camp.
Did Amarith tell you about any mirror situations?
No.
Oh.
I may have tactical mirrored in GT. It wasn't very far, but...
Oh no, America.
So yeah, it's definitely entertaining to watch you guys just destroy this seed and show us how Enemizer is done. So in terms of where you guys were as a team versus Smells Like Troll Seed, they actually seemed to be a little bit ahead early on. They found the mirror and lamp a little bit sooner, and were able to combo like a pod Eastern play a little bit more smoothly. But after that, things kind of just fell into place for you guys. You guys really tackled it, like for real, like tackled it very intelligently with where you decided to go. Very, very strong teamwork there, dividing up the places and the things to do. So absolutely GG's to you guys there, and that's where you started to take back over. And then I think Arya mentioned a few times, like the efficiency with your boss fights and how you dealt with the enemies you encountered was also like very nicely done. So that's where you guys made up all your time back.
Yeah, I told Amarith I thought one of the things we might have, just because of just sheer experience, is combat knowledge for playing Enemizer. Because once you've played the game for a while in a number of different modes, things get a little bit easier in every situation that it can throw at you. So it's like, she's like, oh, there's a sword in Thieves' Town. I'm like, okay, I'll grab that later. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm doing the mountain. I'm going up Hera possibly. I'm probably going to want a sword for this, aren't I? So there were a lot of situations where you just know you don't want to bite off more than you can chew. So you choose your battles and go from there. What happened that Hawke only has 2 swords? Did he not get the Dark Cross sword?
That is one of the biggest things that separated your two teams, is that early on, you guys went to front of escape, got your hook shot, and that was a lot of the mobility advantage, whereas they had the mirror, they had the lamp earlier, and were able to do a little more things there. Hawke put off going to the front of escape for a very long time, multiple times in front of the pyramid, unfortunately, in which they just didn't mirror. So they were really late to the hook shot, and after they finally got it, they skipped out on Dark Cross. Nio eventually got it, and then got the sword in ice as well.
And and we did discuss that. It's like, oh, just go real quick to Dark Cross and grab that tempered sword. The earlier the better, because you're going to be saving time facing all these enemies and all these bosses, having the tempered sword in hand. But I mean, that's me. I am not a masochist, so I
Smirk, you can't use that word on Twitch.
What? That's a safe word, right?
No, it's not. You can't put it in your title at all.
Oh gosh, really?
No. See, I told you, don't get...
We only said it like 5 times. That's fine.
We
Only.
definitely said it plenty of times.
That's fair. That was one of the things we were worried about, because at that point we're looking for Kane and 2 rods, and we know it. And Amarith literally just says, oh, well, you're doing the mirror checks, go do Dark Cross. I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh, well, that's a sword we probably might need. I'll go straight to Bombos then, I guess. And you should have heard how upset I was to get a vanilla tempered sword, and that is the logical vanilla tempered sword off the Smiths.
Yeah.
Because there's 2 swords in that sphere, and that's the one you're more likely to check. Actually, no, that is actually ahead of the ice sword, because ice is blocked by flippers.
Which was purple chast. Yep.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that is logical. Oh God, can we talk about this spike? This is literally like the bane of existence for Enemizer.
That's why I have an emote for that, courtesy my last year's teammate Oro.
I like
The
that.
things.
We were playing a little guessing game when you entered that room, Amarith, to see which fun friend you would find hanging out there.
That's the word we'll use, is friend.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, there are a number of other F words. We used fun and friend, so
Well, it looks like we are also joined by NiobiumNarwhal and Hawke59.
GG's.
GG's, friends. Oh my gosh, I'm this one is, you're grateful for not Ice Trinex, but you're not happy to see Powder on pedestal, Bubbles and Hinox everywhere, and so many other stupid
Vanilla
gotchas.
Samaria.
Vanilla Samaria.
Yeah. There was a definite point where Narwhal had to talk me off the ledge after my 17th trip into Thieves Town or whatever it was.
Yuck.
Yeah, that was a tough Thieves Town situation for you there. We were curious, Hawk, what decision did you guys come up with to not go get the sword in Dark Cross after Nio found one there?
Oh, they told me to go. You just didn't want it? I just kept going on. I was like, well, we still need to find this. And then once we got into go mode, I was like, I checked the race room and they hadn't finished yet. So I was like, well, maybe they last located, like hard last located something that we didn't. So
Yeah.
I just figured, it's going to be a pain, but I'll try to see if I can finish first. So
Yeah.
What's your favorite item or boss placement on this seed, guys?
Well, it was not Helma in Hera.
No, I can imagine why not.
Felt very compelled to waste all of my time.
Better Helma and Hera than Helma at the top of GT.
Yeah, Nio's Helma was a jerk. It was just hovering on the hole the whole time. And Arya explained that it cannot take damage from the hammer or something like that while it's on that hole.
You got nothing to pound it into. So while it's over the hole, it's considered floating intangible. So not even a bomb explosion will touch the mask at that point.
Wow, okay, so even the bombs, okay, yeah, it just, you'll have to, watch the restream on it. It was a jerk helmet, it really was. So it took a little bit of time there for Nio, but the patience was rewarded with the helmet kill, so... But sorry, didn't mean to interrupt with my commentary. What were your other favorite items you were asking, Rufi?
I liked the mirror shield. I just picked it up. So.
Heck yeah!
Or as Amaritha calling it, the Playco brand fun shield. In Link's house.
I love that name for the first shield. It's so not copyright.
So I used to call it the Fisher Price My First Shield. Then I realized that Fisher Price could actually probably be like, cease and desist. We're gonna make that now.
I call it the Fisher Price Kitty Shield, so they can come at me. They can do their worst.
Yeah, I'm afraid of big companies. They will do their worst, so that's why it's the Playco brand fun shield.
I thought the rollers were pretty good in this one.
No.
Not too nasty.
That damn roller.
God. The one in Meyer, I about lost it. I had finally, I think, calmed down after everything, and then I walked through the door and died, and I was just so mad. I was so mad.
Oh, it got you too.
I just NMG'd away from it.
Well,
it was
and then
fine.
I said, the best part about it was I said, well, I mean, that's stupid because nobody could avoid it. Narwhal's like, well, I avoided it. I'm like, okay, well, good for you.
I told Rudy, I was like, it was very much a came from behind moment.
I definitely feel like Nio did a really great job at approaching the crazy enemies with calmness. Like it seemed like you went smoothly through these.
Far better than me.
I mean, you tended to take a more headstrong approach where you just wanted to bludgeon through it, which was cool for sure.
Yeah, probably not the wisest play, but it happens. So.
I mean, it's better than what I could do, that's for sure. Trust me. And I made some comments on that as well. I was like, oh my gosh, the way that you guys are all getting through this is far better than anything I could ever come up with. So, but I did want to make a key note to Nio there, because I was very impressed with some of the things that you managed to just kind of like seemingly like casually dismiss. You're just like, whatever, I'll walk through this.
I mean, there was plenty of swearing on my end.
There are points in time that I wish we could just have live audio for these, just because you Randomizer noises are some of the finest content in the entire randomizer on Twitch.
Oh, I couldn't have been on speed gaming, that's for sure.
Oh, well, no, you get banned for speed gaming. The words that you say here are fine right now, but the words you were saying earlier, you would probably get a stern talking to from whoever was running the restream. And I see you two are done on restream.
Yeah.
GG's.
The GG's in chat for Nio and Hawk closing that out.
Okay. Well, hopefully we can spoil, and I don't know. At this point, all we can do is prevent you guys from making playoffs. So, or try to prevent. So, I'll be nicer, but I can't speak for Pants. He's a vicious man. He's got.
Are we going crabs in a bucket over here?
Yeah.
So I was gonna ask, who do you guys have for your next match? Who is it? The same players again? Is it a rematch?
For us, it's myself and Pants, Mr. Angry Pants. So our
restreamer,
beloved restreamer. Yeah.
Yep.
And I am giving Amarith one more try with Pichu to not struggle and die a lot. No, it's because I'm not available on Sunday, so the two of them get to dance. So for all I know, this could be my last league game. You never know.
Nah. Have faith.
Hey, at least in the last regular season game review, we found all the meme items, so that's always a plus.
Yeah, I want to update the voice and be like, found them all. No.
Speaking of, real quick, Zaruvyen, why did you not pick up your arrow?
Oh, come on now. I don't even have a bow yet. Why am I going to grab ammo when I have 30 arrows? I'm saving it for a rainy day.
Okay, all right, that's fair. But we saw you air punch it a few times, so that was pretty fun.
Well, hey, thanks everybody for putting this restream on. It besides the crippling anxiety that it gives me for doing all of this in front of everybody, it's still fun, and I'm glad to be able to do it. So thanks, Smirk. Thanks, Arya, for comment. Thanks to our trackers. Thanks, Pants, for the restream. So. But I have a party to go to, so I'm going to actually go do something more fun than this.
Ooh, absolutely enjoy that.
All right, see you guys.
Yeah.
All right, well, GG's again to Hawk. They've already taken off, but GG's to both teams. Again, everybody here put on an incredible show, showing us how good you guys all are in your own individual strengths and things like that. And I had a lot of fun in the commentary booth here with Arya, just watching you guys. I think chat had a lot of fun. So thanks again to you guys. Once again, if you're out there, follow the runners. They're all incredible and incredible people as well. So definitely give them a follow, get to know them. And yeah, that's it from me. GG's again, and excited to see you guys next time.
Yeah. Mr. Angry Pants putting this together for us. I was like, who dares restream this game? Who would possibly put us up on the screen where we can just look foolish all night? This is the mode to do it, and this is a heck of a division. I give props to everyone that's playing in Ganon's Tower this year, because this is a, hands down tough division to play in this year.
Agreed. It's been fun.
And it's still not decided.
I know, and now it's a 4-way tie. That's okay. They'll work their way out. They've got Prestige and Link Floyd have a couple games to play. Uncle Routers and the Joy of Rando, Smirk and Arya. I'm looking at you guys. Have a couple games to play. Oh, so are you allergic to randomizer in the same way that MindDM is?
Well, now I can't use the words, but I am definitely not the word that you said I can't use. I'm definitely more the other side of that.
Other word.
You know?
No randomizer for me. That's the TLDR.
Okay, that's all we need to hear, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think unless any of the rest of you have any additional thoughts, we can wrap it up here. All right. Well, thank you again to both teams. Where's my meme item? Congratulations on the win. Very good showing from Smells Like Troll Seed as well, and wish both teams best of luck in their matchup on Sunday. Smirk, it was a real pleasure to get to con with you. I had a ton of fun with this.
Same 100%.
And again, major thank yous to Fiery and then No Chibato for hopping in at the last second so that Fiery didn't have to try to track 4 people at once. They did a great job keeping us up to date on all the wild stuff that was going on in this seed here, and Mr. Angry Pants for putting on the restream. I think that's going to do it for tonight for Open League matches. There are a handful of Invitational League matches, though, still on the schedule. 8:40 p.m. Eastern, so that's an hour and a half from now. On Speed Gaming, it's Tile Roomies against Fendrana Drifters. 9:10 Eastern, 2 hours from now on Speed Gaming 2. The Leftovers restocked against Saha's Kids. That is a match that I definitely know has, unfortunately, relegation implications. And then a couple of nighttime matches, 10 p.m. Eastern, 10:40 p.m. Eastern. Beats from the East against Upsell Foxes and JK LOL against Don't Forget to Track Us. Not quite sure if those will be restreamed yet. Depends on if there's a crew, and if there are, again, keep checking the schedules. There's a lot of action over these last 3 days of the regular season here in the Link to the Past Randomizer League. So thank you again, everyone, for watching here, and hope everyone has a great night.